What if one of the greatest aviation mysteries of all time wasn't a mystery at all? What if someone out there knows exactly what happened to Malaysia Airlines flight MH370, and they don't want us to find out? March 8, 2014. A Boeing 777 carrying 239 people vanishes from the sky. No distress call, no crash site, just silence. What followed was a global manhunt, one of the most expensive in history. And yet we still don't know what truly happened. But today, we're going to look at the facts, the inconsistencies, and the theories. From the plausible to the truly bizarre. This is the deep dive into the disappearance of MH370. Flight MH370 departed Kuala Lumpur at 12:41 a.m. local time, headed for Beijing. It was a routine flight, calm weather, experienced crew. At 1:07 a.m., the aircraft sent its final automatic data transmission. At 1:19 a.m., the last voice contact, "Good night Malaysian 370. Then, nothing. Military radar showed something odd. Instead of continuing to Beijing, MH370 made a sharp left turn. It flew west across the Malaysian peninsula, then northwest, toward the Andaman Sea. Civilian radar lost it at 2:22 a.m. Why the sudden turn? Why no radio communication? And why did it fly for hours off course without anyone intervening? The Malaysian government launched a search. Eventually, Australia led the effort in the southern Indian Ocean, based on satellite handshakes from a company called Inmarsat. These handshakes, automatic hourly pings, showed the plane flying south for hours. They narrowed it down to a final arc, somewhere over the Indian Ocean. But here's the problem. This was all based on math, not physical evidence. No wreckage, no bodies, no black box. Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, veteran pilot, married, children. But investigators found a flight simulator in his home. And on it, a simulated route eerily similar to the one MH370 took, ending in the southern Indian Ocean. Coincidence? Or blueprint? Some believe Zahari deliberately depressurized the cabin, knocking everyone out, then flew until fuel ran out. But no motive was ever proven. Could someone have taken over the plane? 2 Iranian men on board had stolen passports, but investigations showed they were likely just migrants. No terrorist group claimed responsibility. And what kind of hijacking ends with a silent, fuel-burning journey into the ocean? This theory gained traction after MH17 was shot down just months later. Could MH370 have strayed into military airspace and been downed accidentally? But again, no evidence, no debris consistent with an explosion. Still, some believe governments could have covered it up to avoid scandal. Boeing's 777 has a system called the Flight Management System, which, in theory, could be accessed remotely. Some theorists suggest that MH370 was taken over by a third party, maybe even via satellite, and deliberately crashed. Far-fetched? Maybe. But after the Snowden revelations, nothing seems impossible. Some believe MH370 didn't crash at all. Instead, it landed at a remote airfield like Diego Garcia, a secretive U.S. military base in the Indian Ocean. Officially, the U.S. denies this. But the island is restricted, the timeline fits, and some local fishermen in the Maldives reported seeing a low-flying aircraft that night. There were rumors that the plane was carrying sensitive cargo, including electronics bound for China that were under U.S. scrutiny. Could agents have intercepted the flight to stop a transfer? Was the disappearance a high-stakes operation cloaked as an accident? In 2015, a piece of wing, called a flaperon, washed up on Reunion Island. Other debris followed. But here's the issue. They were found thousands of kilometers from the suspected crash site, and none of the parts had burn marks, explosive damage, or human remains. It confirmed a crash, yes, but not how or why. So, what really happened to MH370? Was it a rogue pilot, a cyber attack, a hijacking, or something more secretive? The truth is, we don't know, and maybe we never will. But as long as questions remain, so will the theories. What do you think happened to flight MH370? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and remember, the sky might forget, but the internet never does.